Hmm. Mm.
Look at Ginger. Where you going, darling?
So, I'm autopilot. Welcome back, yo. Can you hear me chewing? So, it's 2023, and I hope you're happy, because if you're going to be a hoe, live in the moment. At least know and understand where you're from, what time it is, And if you're not, God bless you. You don't have to. You don't have to be. So once again, I'm autopilot. ATTO, PILOT. I'm a producer, engineer, photographer, videographer, BTS king. You know what I'm saying? What else? Test shot king. You know what I'm saying? Out here doing my thing. I host things. I sometimes DJ. I say Let me see. I love dogs. Kinda, depending on the size of the dog and the volume or the decibel of the bark.
Roger.
But enough about me. To my left, we have.
Well, we have Ginger, first of all. She's loving this microphone. What's up, guys? My name's Yvette. Yvette Elise, preferably. I'm a mom, first and foremost. I've got a 3-nager and a teenager and a pack of animals. Right now, I'm babysitting Ginger. I'm also a model, and nobody knows this about me, but I sing. I might be
exclusive.
I'll be over here in the booth with Autopilot soon making those samples. I also am a social media manager, virtual assistant, content creator, Providence creative. I actually have been trying all of the things that I have been tugged to because I used to be in the Army. Thought that would be my career forever, and I'm not anymore. And so I do a lot of just different creative things. If I have an itch, I scratch it, and it ends up being one of my titles. I also dance. Today I'm doing a little bit of creative directing, true. So I'm really excited about that. 2023 is hopefully full of, revenge bod, a lot of branding, a lot of rebranding, a lot of uprooting, a lot of self-love practices, cozy, comfy. And I'm also like a really big brand ambassador for brands in Providence specifically. So right now I'm wearing World Dreams. Shout out to Terrence. And I'm just really excited to be here today. Be a part of this project, this journey.
Wow.
Aww.
Yeah, you can hear the food in my mouth. Sounds delicious.
It was good. I inhaled mine.
You finished it already?
Oh, I'm done. I be eating.
I have to hit that with the replay. Look, I'm not even
I had to get to it before Ginger did,
Oh, true. True. You're well versed.
Closed mouths don't get fed, babe. Closed mouths don't get fed.
So, a question I ask most of my desks, my guests, is what got you into the Army?
So I actually wanted...
And modeling after. How does that?
Yeah. So I'll just give you a quick synopsis. I was like, we all got a sad story, and school was my outlet, and I knew that if I was going to get out of and change like the cycles that my family presented to me, that school was going to be the way to do it. So I was like a super scholar. I was doing everything I could to get scholarships, did all of that, went to college, failed one class, and my identity as a student crumbled. Like it was, excuse me, that sausage, egg, and cheese I'm paying for it now. Got the hiccups. But yeah, the identity I held for myself, it just really crumbled. And I was like, what am I going to do? And I randomly met an Army recruiter, and he was like, boom, 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 you'd be great at this. It's what all Army recruiters say. And then like a couple weeks later, I was in the military, and It was actually one of the best things I've ever done. I really found myself there. Found like a lot of skills that I had acquired were like necessary and like useful. And so I really thrived. But I got hurt. I was a human resources specialist. So I didn't really have a lot of physical things I had to do. But I got hurt, and then the Army was like, listen, kid, we can't use you anymore. So we're going to send you home. And I was like, now what? I don't know what I'm going to do. Came home. It was peak of COVID. Every job I had lined up, I'll add I was stationed in Hawaii. So every job I had lined up was like, hey, we don't know what the virus is like out there. And
is it out there?
What? The virus? COVID? Well, yeah.
Did it reach?
Yeah, it did. Yeah. It was there like sooner than it was here because of it came from overseas or whatever. Yeah. Like, Japan's on that side and stuff.
I care about the people in my country, not my country.
Roger that. Hey, we're moving forward. So anyways, yeah, peak of COVID. Jobs were like, we don't know what the virus is like there, so we can't bring you in. And we can't train you. We're not looking to train new people remotely. So, you got to figure something else out. I got nifty, I did DoorDash and all these other random things, and was a stay-at-home mom. And so I was like, how am I going to make money? I just threw a bunch of spaghetti at the wall until it stuck. And I found myself really turning to social media as an outlet. And I found myself as a creative. And then ever since then, I've just been really dabbling in content creation, and like, that's how I found modeling. I wanted to be a model since I was a kid, when I was like already an established content creator. And I was like, I like taking pictures. Maybe I could, actually take them professionally. Ginger, what's the matter, babe? She's ready to go.
She may want to whiz.
Yeah.
Let her whiz.
Oh, wow.
Clean it up.
Oh, goodness gracious. She's probably just like, where's my food at? Anyways.
That leg goes up when,
We're going to be in trouble.
With a stretch, a little.
Right. A little cat stretch. She just wants to sniff around. Yeah, I found myself like, this thing led to that thing, and then led to that thing, and led to that thing. And now, I'm signed to an agency, Mab Models.
Ooh, Mab.
I've been a model since March of 2022. So I think a little over 6 months now. It got me through, it was like a creative outlet for like the hardest time in my life that I'm, going through right now. And then I just started to network with other people, and I had all these skills from, content creating, and it made me like well-versed in other areas that I didn't really know I needed in the modeling industry. And so now I've just kind of segued into all these little creative dips, and I kind of pick them up and put them down and pivot between them when the time is right. And now I'm here on your podcast.
Here we are. We're here now.
For context, I met Atto actually at the Collaborative Club during an internship I did to learn more about what it means to be in front and behind the camera, what the lighting does and whatnot. I basically wanted to sharpen my skills as a model. And I think to do that, to do anything, you've got to see what you're doing from like a bird's eye view, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you can consider all the aspects. And I met Atto there, and now we're on this podcast.
The facts.
Valid.
So like, have you worked with like? I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Ginger's totally taking shit right there. Face.
Oh my God.
Oh wow.
I think it's gonna stink. I'll leave it there.
I think it is gonna stink.
All right. Well, while I clean this shit up, can you explain, or like who have you worked with, and like have you worked with people that you didn't think you'd work with before, like ever, or like meet people that you didn't expect to meet? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question.
Interesting.
That's an interesting question. So I am not from Providence. I'm from Boston. I moved a lot. And so I don't really, this is one of those places where everybody knows everybody, especially in the creative space. So I feel like everybody that I meet that's new.
It's hot. Get nasty.
Anyways, I feel like everybody that I meet that I didn't really know about them, if that makes sense. But when I first decided to become a model, I had like a list of like photographers and makeup artists and designers that I was like, they were like on my manifestations list. One of them being M. Duran, and I got to shoot with him uniquely at a 60-second model challenge. The Maker? Yes, my Cancer twin. I met him at a 60-second model challenge. I had the pleasure of working with him, hosted by Sabrina Yachkouri.
Maker, if you ever watch this, I still owe you that pizza.
Also, his name is Maker for the
Maker. I call him Maker. But he doesn't correct nobody. Well, he doesn't correct me. He hasn't corrected me. I think he corrected me one time and I just kept on saying it.
I'm one of those people where I'm like, how do you actually say your name? And then people tell me, and then I go and correct everybody.
No.
Remember?
Yes.
Have you ever called me Yvette or Yvette or Yvette? Probably.
Say that. Can you what?
Yvette.
Yvette?
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it?
No.
I said Yvette.
Yeah, that's my name.
It's always... I'm about to say, am I saying it wrong?
No.
Trying to say it right?
Come here, Ginger. She came back. Took a shit. She's back.
Her poop was ginger, actually. I'll tell you that.
It was. It had like a little ombre effect going.
Sorry, I just remembered this shit.
Oh, was it giving you flashbacks?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Dog hair. Jesus. Pets are very they're a lot.
Like children.
I had a goldfish. Not a goldfish, like a guppy, whatever it's called. The little blue joints, the little...
I saved Vincent's
fish.
I did. He's in rehabilitation. Yeah. He's starting to grow his fins back.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looked depressed, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he was definitely dying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mine froze when I was like 9.
Yeah. I cried. I have this
Jonas. Sorry.
Jonas.
Mm-hmm.
I love when people give their pets like human names.
Oh.
My dog's name is Penelope Cruz. Penelope Ann Cruz. That's her full name.
Your what?
My dog.
That's what she's named?
Her name is Penelope Ann Cruz.
I'm sorry, that dog's it's like for sore eyes. Penelope Cruz. But I get it.
Have you ever seen her?
Penelope Cruz?
The white one? My white dog?
Yeah.
She's the cutest dog on the planet. What are you talking about?
Maybe.
She's a princess.
I'm not hating. I'm just...
You're definitely sounding like you're drinking Haterade right now. Anyways.
Wow.
Everybody who watches this podcast, you're going to learn I'm a little more snappy than...
Oh, yeah.
I'm a little snappy, a little...
Yappa. The social media stuff, so what got you into that again?
I was just like... How do I say? I was throwing spaghetti at a wall. And I was like, everybody was glued to their phones and TikTok was like the biggest thing ever. And so I was like, ooh, this is cool. Maybe I'll make content. Ooh, I'll make content for brands. Ooh, discount code. Ooh, this. And so I just was like, ooh, social media is cool.
That's lit.
It's a way to stay connected.
I haven't really met too many people that do that. So I actually find that astonishing. Like, that's dope.
The social media management?
Yeah. Like I've met people, then I've met I've seen companies and stuff. But not everyone's cool. You can get along with them genuinely.
Right.
So yeah.
Social media management, I think, is this umbrella term we use for anybody who makes content and helps other people make content. Mm-hmm. But for me, that's why I identify as a virtual assistant and a social media manager, because in my mind, social media management is helping somebody manage their social media. And I have different brackets of it where I am, the person behind the scenes and my client is the face of the brand. And then I have other people who just call me and they're like, hey, I'm making this content, let's digest what the concept is and, what features I need to use and all of that. And then virtual assisting is more of, wow, I think I just explained that wrong. Did I? Mom brain.
No worries.
Brain fart.
I'd be explaining mixing and engineering or mixing and mastering and I'd be oh wait, hold on.
I'm wait, those are kind of intertwined actually. Virtual assisting is somebody FaceTimes me, make a reel.
let me justify your little
go
thing. So right, there's times that like I'll mix my own stuff, but then like I wouldn't have to go do an extra step because like I'll make my music, I'll produce the beat, I'll mix it as I go, and then like it'll be like ready to go.
Ginger has comments.
I think she likes music. So like I'll end up mixing it where it sounds solid and loud and it sounds like pretty like, you know, standard. Then like I'll like master it for no reason. Like it's just one of those things that you ain't gotta do. It's like an extra step that's like not even for that part.
Right. It's like in the process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I do a lot of different things with social media management. Sometimes people just call me for advice. Other people are like, take the content, make the content, you know, come to me.
Take this, make something, please.
Yeah, do something with it, you know.
So free game on this podcast. We like to give free game.
Boom.
With some, because I know like you man, I'm saying you got a price for budgets. You know what I'm saying?
You know.
Right? Yeah.
She knows.
What's some free game that you can give up on like a social media? All right, let's say my cousin wants to start modeling and
right.
she's kind of popping on IG and she just doesn't know what to do with content.
Right.
What's some?
I would say like segue, making a transition from content creation to modeling. Like there has to be a clear, direct line. So when my modeling took off, I made a separate Instagram for my modeling. And a lot of people in the modeling industry told me like, oh, that's like too much to manage. You know, it's a part of your branding. You want it all to be wrapped up. But I found that it was kind of like getting mixed in. And I was like, they're really two separate things because I could be the best content creator, but that doesn't mean that I'm a good model. You know, I could be a good model, but it doesn't mean I'm a good content creator. They're two different things. Mm-hmm. So I would say for my brain, I needed to make two separate accounts and like brand them differently. Like I have a brand as a model and then I have a brand as a content creator. Mm-hmm. So I would say
cousin models, cousin creates, say something like that.
Yeah. You've got to make like boundaries for yourself basically and like decide who you want to be as a model and who you want to be as a content creator. So for me, go ahead. You have a comment.
Oh no,
your gears are going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are the facts.
These are the facts. So for me as a model, I was like, I really want to be as like natural as possible when it comes to my skin and my hair and like my body type. So I do a lot of like body positivity, you know, photo shoots. I try to work with brands that are sustainable. I try to like create a space for moms to like really balance out momming and dreaming. And then that stemmed though from who I was as a content creator and my brand as a content creator. Yeah. So I would say to anybody who's trying to make the segue from model to content creator or content creator to model, you just got to split it up in a way that makes sense to your brain and understand that they're two different things. And don't go into the space being like, oh, I'm really good at this one thing, whether it be content creating or modeling, taking photos, whatever it is. Yeah. So I'm going to be good in the other way because it's not. People don't want to see like perfect, edited, blocked, professional photos on my regular Instagram. They look for that stuff on my modeling page. My digital portfolio, if you will.
Yes. That's solid. I was gonna ask something. I like oh, perfect. So this is another question I ask pertaining to like, you know, the information that the data that you provide. How do you feel about the industry? What's your outlook, your opinion on like, if you have one, on the I guess the industry out here in like Rhode Island? Because myself, there's like a core, not a core, like there's just like a, I want to call it like small, a corner of Oh, here we have our visitor again.
Special guest.
Pull up with some new gear, fresh off the rack. You know what I'm saying, with the exclusive keep in balance fall winter jacket.
Winter puffer.
You can't see it in the color, but it's like
a champagne brown.
Like a champagne brown. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? With the KB logo here, you know what I mean?
You know, with the black detailing and accents It has a hoodie.
We ain't sponsored, but we shouting them out.
Right.
Holla at Keeping Balance. Is it Keeping Balance 401?
Keeping Balance 401, yes.
On Instagram.
This is a perfect
DM them
example.
if you want the exclusive, you know what I'm saying?
I see.
Hit them with the quick spin. Hit them with the quick spin.
All right, show it back.
You got to squat a little bit.
Yeah.
Pause.
Cause I see the little.
They can't see.
You're
it.
showing them your ass. Bend down just a little bit. There you go.
Hey.
There you go.
Look at that. With the scale. The scales, you know what I'm saying? Hey.
Balance. Honestly, I think you were going to ask a question that talks about how, our industry is. And I mean, this is how it works. Mm-hmm. All three of us are different, and I've met you guys in different networking aspects, and both of us have, Providence gear on, Nostalgic Images, aka James and I, and we're really proud to wear it. No, you're fine. I love Ginger. She's up here.
I need to come up on some sponsors, so I'm gonna have to holler at my boy.
Yeah, let them know. We're giving free game out here. That's what we're doing. But no, I mean this. World Dream City is a total part of my fit right now. Mm-hmm. And I'm proud to wear it. I'm proud to share it. And I think that's just kind of how it works here. Well, you have to ask your question, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Gil Models, too. He's one of the... Is he? He has partners, right?
Yeah, kind of. He does more of, the designer piece.
Okay, yeah.
He's more of the face of a brand, but he does get in front of the camera a lot.
This is true, yeah. He models as well.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things I wanted to bring out to talk about with the industry out here is people have their own brands and stuff. And they are a part of brands, ambassadorships and stuff like that, where it's all right, cool. But it's all different types of people. Because out here, well, I can at least speak for Providence. We have mad cultures.
Right.
And everyone gets along.
Right.
Not everyone gets along, but just in general, depending on where you're at, where you're from, you're getting along with people.
Right.
And that's how the cookie crumbles. Not everybody really can pull it off.
Right.
Because it's you have to out here you have to come from a kind of background to where it's some tough skin.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some type of struggle, but I think that's everyone's story. But in the industry over here, it could be extremely shady.
Right.
Where so extreme, you don't when you see it, you don't recognize it. But then if you're well versed, you can see the shade. All right, cool. And you're casting some shadows here, and the light's a little too bright over there. It just don't make sense.
Right. No, I think for me specifically, for somebody who's been in Providence or been in Rhode Island for a while, but I'm not from here, and then coming into an industry that's so tight knit, and there's so much history and there's so much overlap of culture and personal things and whatnot. People that work together usually have gone to high school together, and then there's all these groups of people who, they go to the same church, and they, their parents have been friends forever. I don't know what that was, but anyways, what was that? Okay. I came in doe-eyed and just ready to absorb everybody because I'm a people person, and I learned pretty quickly on that everybody knows everybody, and everybody knows what's going on, and everybody has a.
It's a small state. Everyone,
everybody
knows.
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
And I'm and then I'm this person knows this person, and that person knows that. It's a lot more personal, I think, than a lot of other communities. Ginger making her final debut. It's a lot of interpersonal connections that are very tender and fragile, and typically the people I work with are people that end up being my friends that I hang out with. And then, then this person goes off and does this venture. And then, that's when you get more exposed to other networks because this person networks with that person. Everybody's putting each other on, and we're all mixing and matching and dabbling and whatnot. And it can get really messy really fast. But I think that something I learned is to just be super respectful of the craft and take myself seriously and take other people seriously. And then, I've just been put in all of the right spaces and at all the right times with all the right people. And I give, all that glory to God and my creator, and, just put
praise Allah.
Yeah, praise Allah.
I mean, and by that, I'm pretty sure, because I've known you for a little while, and you're vocal. How has that helped you, or has that been a setback in any way? Because I'm vocal as well in my industry, and I in my lane with music production, and it rubs people the wrong way. But from how we work as producers, it's a lot of timid and shadiness as well. It's like people can be very territorial, like, introverts, like, nah.
Introverts like more inside. Extroverts.
Oh yeah. That's a lot of introverts and stuff. So like people are just like,
you're in my territory. I don't fuck with you because you don't do this thing my way.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, it gets weird. But some people like are super cool.
Yeah.
Like the people I know like that know me, know my name, my production, like we fuck with each other. We don't have to see each other to fuck with each other. Just like, yo.
Yeah, we know what it is. Yeah. Yeah, I'm super vocal. I came in to the industry really vocal, and I think that
hello.
I was like, hi, I'm here. What's your name? What's your name? And I think just the nature of who I am, and I've always been that way, and I continue to be that way, and continue to be like this like friendly person is what saved me. But it could have very well like hurt me because I've seen. How do I say? The industry really forced me to like take a step back for a second and observe more. And that's not something that I really want to say like really ever had to do because I could like move around a lot. But because of this being such a tender interpersonal industry, I had to like take a step back and like observe a little bit. But I never stopped being that like friendly, open, welcoming, warm person. Yeah. Especially when I see like new models come in or people come out of state. And then I'll see people come in, they try to be that way or, and that's just like not who they are, but they really want to immerse themselves. And I see it like kind of like backfiring on them sometimes and sometimes it works in their favor. But yeah, I think just me like having that personality all the time and always being that person and staying true to myself, but also knowing when to turn it off and to scale it back and when to know like I'm in a room, of bigger sharks, but I don't know that because I don't know these people, if that makes sense. I don't know like the background and how they came up. I didn't see them start. So I've just grown an appreciation for people and their art and like how they started and how hard it was for them to get there. And it made me take a little bit of a backseat and be like, okay, let me observe this before I be like, yo, I'm here. What's up? What we doing?
Yeah, you're dropping some critical things, some points. Like the industry's gonna check you or someone's gonna check you.
Right.
But you gotta prepare for either one.
Either way. You gotta be prepared for both, honestly.
Yeah. No, that's like so true. So you never know who's like walking in the room. It could be a Joe Schmo that's like a mediocre model or photographer or producer and like they just might have someone that believes in them so much enough that it's like, yo, you need to create a team or you need to do just this one more thing and you might be in the room for that one more thing and like, you know what I'm saying? Be tight with them or just like be able to work with them comfortably and they'll be like, yo, I really fuck with this person. Like, I think I want to do another shoot. They might be signed to something like some huge like deal or something like that or, you know what I'm saying?
Right. No,
there's a oh, they're here.
Yeah, we're good though.
Yeah, well, before we wrap up, there's people that out here in Rhode Island that like they got something in the bag, but you can never tell because they're either like very humble about that specific thing,
right?
And like you will never notice unless they tell you or you ask them like, oh, they working on anything crazy right now? But yeah, this is what I do.
Right.
ABC 1, 2, 3.
No, like legit, I've been like outside, like at a club taking shots with somebody, and then the next day they're like the designer of my photo shoot, and I had absolutely no idea that they were
that's crazy.
Even in the industry. But I came into this saying to myself, like, I have a brand to carry. And I got checked real quickly by the industry. And I had good people around me being like, that's great, have fun, but like make sure you stay true to your brand and you carry yourself around everywhere you go, whether it's the gym, the grocery store, a club. Anything you do, you've got to be super professional and like
facts, yeah,
all the time.
I learned that the hard way, unintentionally, myself the past year, but I will save that for part 2.
The next part.
But yeah, any advice, or tips, or last words for the people? Where can we follow you online?
Ooh, okay. So my main Instagram account is at Yvette Elise GC. So it's YVETTEELISE GC. Wait, no, that's not my Instagram.
Jeez.
Cut that out.
Bleep that. It's gonna be bleeping.
Bleep that out. That was gross. It's Yvette Elise. So YVETTEELISEE. Yvette Elise. That's my main Instagram account. You can find my modeling page on there, my social media tips, all the things that I share on there. And my last quote of the day, I don't know. I was definitely if you're a creative or you want to be a creative, really be true to yourself and find branding, but develop a brand that is sustainable to you. That's the like biggest thing that I could say to anybody. It might change as you grow and as you enter new phases of life, but you want your branding to be sustainable and you want it to look and feel and sound like you all of the time. And people are going to connect with you based off of that. You know, don't try to hold up this persona on social media or in the industry that doesn't feel organic.
Don't bullshit people because you're bullshitting yourself.
You're bullshitting yourself and you really won't get where you want to go. So just be honest, okay? It's better to have 300 followers that all like your picture than 3,000 and you've got, you know, like negative, you know, you've got 200 likes. So
your reach is like negative 3.
Right, negative 15, you know?
But you got this. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being on the podcast.
Yes, thanks for having me.
So I wrap it up. Bless up, bless up, bless up!
And scene.
Solid.